Hi there, Tiaza here from FreeBellyDanceClasses.com. Today's coffee talk, we're going to be talking about buying costumes and belly dance wear in general when you're a beginner dancer. It seems like one of the exciting things a lot of the beginners get involved in is buying belly dance wear, and that does not, of course, stop at just the simple basic belly dance hip scarf. They get the first one, and then you want to get the second and the third and the fourth, and then you keep spending money getting all these hip scarves. And eventually you get into buying cute tops, and eventually you might want to get like beaded tops and matching tops and belts, and then it just kind of goes off from there. And then you buy veils, and you want to try to just a regular veil, and you want to try sparkly veil, and try cool color veils, and then you want to try the silk veils, and and it just keeps going from there. And it's not, there's nothing really wrong with that, because that's one of the beautiful things, in fact, about belly dancing, is that it's a beautiful dance, and it's a very feminine dance, and the belly dance wear is beautiful, gorgeous, and it's every woman's kind of fantasy island in a way, and all that is good to have as part of your life. But my advice to you is be very careful when you're a beginner dancer to not buy everything that you find, how to describe it, like, don't buy all the sparkly, shiny, belly dance looking type items when you get into belly dancing the first time. A lot of times people will like be, just shopping, and then they'll see something that has beads, and they're like, oh, this is like so belly dance, and then they'll buy it. Or something that has sparkles, they'll buy it. Or something that has like outrageous colors, they'll buy it. Be very careful about that, because it eventually adds up. And what's going to happen is, like everything else in life that you get too excited about in the beginning, you might not get as excited about later, or you're going to end up finding that you paid a lot of money for things that you could have bought for a lot cheaper, or that you find that you bought things that you would never use, or have never found yourself using, or use really rarely, that it wasn't worth spending that much money on. So you got to think about shopping smart for belly dance wear and belly dance items in general. My advice to you is, if you're a beginner student and you're still taking your first beginners and intermediate classes, don't buy more than what's necessary. Definitely don't get into the idea of buying costumes at this point, or the silk veils or things like that. If you're not a performer, there's really no point of spending a lot of money to buy a costume. Stick with the basics. A sports bra is really all you need if you want a nice little top, or your full sports top, your workout top, if you want more coverage. Simple pair of pants that everybody is going to have. You don't necessarily need the harem pants. Like, everybody gets into the harem pants when they're still students. Don't buy the harem pants. You're not going to use them ever for anything but the one belly dance class. Not only that, but most harem pants are see-through pants, so they're really hard to wear by themselves, and so that means that they're going to require you to buy something else to wear on top of it for more coverage. Just use whatever workout pants that you already have, and whatever workout tops you already have, and you could spend money in a belly dance belt, but you don't need to buy every color in the book. Don't buy something that could go with everything. Black, great. Red and blue, for example, those are colors that can go with a lot of different other colors. So if you just stick with maybe one or two belts, and beaded is kind of cute, and everybody gets into it in the first time, especially the coin ones with the beads. But they're not the most expensive, obviously. Everybody can afford those. But the beaded ones, you don't want to use those for practice. Those tend to be more expensive, and the beads will fall off if you practice with them. The beaded ones are mostly for stage, so don't buy anything like that unless you're going to be performing. Practice in the coin ones, knowing that the coins are eventually going to fall off, and don't spend a lot of money in something that was $30, $40, because you can find them for $15 or less out there. Okay. The other thing is, you might want to also invest in maybe one or two belly dance coin belts, but maybe one silent belt, like just a triangle fabric, because eventually, and I think most belly dancers or belly dancers find this to be something that they kind of lean into later, which is the silent belts. Eventually you're going to get bored and kind of like annoyed by the sound of those coins, so you might not want to buy like 20 different coin belts. So buy one or two, and then definitely just like a triangle silent fabric hip scarf. And that's really all you're going to need. Once you start getting into veil, then you could buy a veil. Now the veils here, you got to be careful. Don't invest in something too expensive. You don't need something that's like has outrageous colors just for practice. Those things are going to be for stage. Don't buy every color in the book. Buy something simple, bright, or just simple dark, like a simple black or simple red, because those things can go with a lot of different colors. And in the beginning, you don't really need to spend a lot of money buying a silk veil. In fact, I told you guys this before. I don't think you should be even spending a lot of money buying silk veils at all. And they're not really worth the money. They're just a huge expense, and they do take and they do move kind of like on their own. And so they require a lot of control, and they require that you change the way you would dance normally with a veil. So get just a simple sheer fabric ones. And you don't even have to buy a veil necessarily. I mean, the veils, if you buy them online, a lot of times they're like $10, $15, or way less than that. But you can just go to the fabric store and get sheer fabric, which is really cheap to buy at the fabric store, and then you can hem it, or you don't even need to hem it if you're going to just use it for practice. Don't look for the pretty stuff unless you're going to be you're getting interested in stage performance. And as far as music, a lot of times we get into like buying new music everywhere, like whatever sounds like has a little drum in it or some Middle Eastern beat, and we're buying it. Be very careful about that. When you're a new student, what you really are most interested in is learning. So you need something that is going to give you that steady, nice beat to practice to and to drill with. So get things like, you know, remixes and maybe modern Egyptian and modern Lebanese. Don't get the classical, because the classical is like something you're going to listen to or perform to, but you're not going to be able to practice too easily. The remixes are fantastic for practice, so get more of the remixes. Somebody like Saeed Murad would be great. You know, the DJ remixes are fantastic for that. So spend money on that, because those are going to be songs you're going to find yourself listening to and practicing to, and then leave the rest, you know, till you find yourself interested in performing. And even when that time comes, you're not going to be buying every CD in the book. You're going to be buying only tracks that you are interested in. You're going to hear a track somewhere and you're going to be like, okay, I like that song, and then you're going to be buying the song, not the complete CD. So be very careful as how you spend your money and what things you're going to be using now, because eventually you're going to regret it. And buying dance items, whether it's music or DVDs or CDs or you know, or belly dance hip scarves or veils or all these little things, they really do add up. And I know a lot of belly dancers that have almost like $10,000 worth of stuff. So be very careful, because not only that this stuff is so expensive, you're going to waste a lot of money on it, but also, as I said, you're not going to be able to use it. And getting rid of stuff like that and trying to sell it is really hard, because not everybody's a belly dancer. It's not stuff that you're going to be able to sell on Craigslist or, you know, on your garage sale. You know, you have to put it online and maybe on eBay, and there's so much competition out there as far as belly dance items. It's going to be very hard to sell. So be very careful, and maybe you're not even going to be continuing to do belly dancing for a very long time. So you never know. It just, be careful. And when you get to, don't buy something until you actually absolutely need it and it becomes a necessity, whether it's for class or for performance or whatever, then go and buy it. Okay, so that's my advice to you, and hopefully this is going to help you kind of like lower down your, you know, excitement about everything sparkly and shiny when you're buying things. Okay, I will see you guys next time at the next coffee talk. In the meantime, make sure you check out the website. It is freebellydanceclasses.com. See you next time. Bye.